In this question they are asking find out heat current. Heat current they are asking. Means dq by dt. In this question they are asking how to find out dq by dt, and we know dq by dt is equal to dq by dt, that should be equal to T2 minus T1 divided by RTH. And RTH is what? Thermal resistance. So what will be thermal resistance right now? The thermal resistance I will calculate. RTH is equal to, what is thermal resistance? L divided by Ka. And then I substitute value of RTH and then I will get dq by dt. But here if you see that diagram, here cross section area is not constant. Here area is pi r1 square and here area is pi r2 square. So area itself is a variable. So in that case, how to calculate this RTH? RTH we can calculate using integration only. So I'll select one element over here and let's say radius of this element is r. And if radius of this element is r, this radius is r. So if I draw this diagram over here, I can say this one is r2 minus r1. This length is r2 minus r1 and this radius is r. So I can say this length means this length is r minus r1. And we know this length is x, it's a given. So if you see this triangle, what basically I am saying, this distance is r minus r1 and this one is x. And similarly again I am saying this one is r2 minus r1 and this distance is L. Now this angle is theta and this angle is theta. It's the same triangle, one bigger and one is smaller one. Actually I am talking about these two triangles. This is a smaller triangle and this one is bigger triangle. So if we see that smaller and bigger triangle collectively, so we can write tan theta, and tan theta will be equal in both the cases, smaller or bigger triangle. So for first triangle, what will be tan theta? R minus R1, R minus R1 divided by X. For second triangle, what will be tan theta? 2 minus R1 divided by L. Now if I solve this whole thing, I will get R is equal to R1 plus R2 minus R1 divided by L into X. Now, to find out RTH, what should be in place of length? In place of length, in this formula, if you see, what should be in place of length? What's the thickness of that small disk I selected? That is dx. Thickness is dx. That should be pi into r square. Now I substitute value of r, and if I substitute value of r, so I can write here, or k is already there obviously, so I can write here 1 by k into pi integration dx divided by here r1 plus r2 minus r1 divided by L into x into dx. And now we have to integrate this one from 0 to L. And if I integrate this whole thing from 0 to L, so what will be RTH? Basically that will be L divided by k pi r2 minus r1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. And if I simplify this one a bit, what I'll get? L divided by k into pi r1 into r2. This is RTH. Now I substitute this value of RTH over here and that will be our final answer. So what will be final answer for this one? dq by dt, that should be equal to T2 minus T1 divided by RTH, and RTH already I calculated using integrations. If I substitute this value, the final answer will be k pi r1 r2, that is T2 minus T1, higher minus lower basically, divided by L. So this is dq by dt in this case.